Stadium in Arlington, Texas. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Jackson and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Patrick Mahomes and the New Orleans Saints.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Zerline's got it teed up, and off we go from Arlington. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the reigning Super Bowl MVP in his fourth year now. It's Patrick Mahomes.
We know the arm strength is certainly there. He's got a big-time cannon for an arm. And that's not a surprise. He's the son of a former Major League pitcher, so the bloodlines come into play. The biggest question for Patrick Mahomes, can he harness that big arm, develop the touch that's needed, and carry his team towards the playoffs?
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
At the 34-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second and a yard, Mahomes looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Hey, we're going to do what we do.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Is Mahomes on third. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now it's Mahomes again. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So here come the Cowboys onto the field with excellent position to get things started. Leading them out, the reigning MVP of the National Football League in his third season now from Louisville, it's Lamar Jackson.
And what a sophomore season he had for the Cardinals. Pretty much swept every major quarterback award, including the Heisman Trophy. And we spend a lot of time talking about his legs. Formidable. He can run the ball like few others, but the key to everything for him is ability to be accurate from the pocket.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. Touchdown, Cowboys! Travis Kelsey, 32. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Right now, Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. touchdown at Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25.
The Saints getting the football back here, and they broke a 2-game losing streak to get back to 500 in Week 4. 35-29 victory at Ford Field in Detroit, a game many felt they really needed. And the Saints, like a lot of teams, they were coming in banged up, missing 6 starters, but Drew Brees held them together. And, of course, the headliner that they were missing, Charles, they were without Michael Thomas for a 3rd straight week.
Yeah, but nice adjustment by Drew Brees in this game in Detroit because he ended up throwing a couple of touchdowns to the second-year player from UCF, Traquan Smith. And he led the Saints to 5 straight touchdown drives between the first and the third quarters. So that was very simply, okay, next man up. Can't worry about who's not here. Let's play with the guys who are. And don't forget, they've got Alvin Kamara. And even when he doesn't touch the football, he has an impact on the game because other guys get open. And they were able to hold off the Lions in that one. Home against the Chargers on a Monday nighter before they get their open week in Week 6.
You know, and you mentioned Kamara. That was his 6th straight game during the regular season in which he's reached pay dirt. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Good catch there by Emmanuel Sanders, and he's exactly who you want in your locker room and who you want on your team. He can integrate into an offense quickly. He joined the San Francisco 49ers at midseason last year and had a huge impact in their run to a Super Bowl. He's a veteran receiver that everyone respects. And yes, he can still play.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20.
Alvin Kamara.
And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
17-yard.
And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
1st down, Saints.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Cowboys' 12-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Dallas Cowboys retake possession here, and this is a team and a head coach and Mike McCarthy. He's got some questions to answer after the 1-3 start. Week 4 losing again, this time to Cleveland 49-38. Now the offense looks pretty good. Dak Prescott looking really good. Another monster game, 502 yards passing, 4 touchdown passes. He's now the first quarterback ever to top 450 yards in 3 straight games and the most passing yards in any 3-game span in NFL history. So that's the good, Charles. The bad, though, that defense is struggling.
To put it mildly, they've given up 39, 38, and 49 points in a row. So Dak, despite all of these numbers, games of 450, 472, and as you mentioned, 502 yards passing, 1-2 in that stretch. That doesn't even sound right. They've got to get some more balance back running the football and take care of some of those yards, take some of those yards off of Dak Prescott's plate. But this defense, as you mentioned, not just giving up the points, but 307 rushing yards to the Browns, who lost their lead runner, Nick Chubb, early. That's the most they've given up in franchise history. They've got to get things fixed, and they've got to get them fixed fast. They're going to try to do it at home. The Giants come into town, followed by Arizona. They've got to have those 2 wins.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They go play action now. Jackson, he'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Intercepted by the Saints.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Xavier Woods on the tackle.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brought down by...
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. These two teams all tied after 1.
7-7.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase it or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
21-yard line.
So they go pass, now they go run, and two plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to, when you want to. That play call is working very well for them right now.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Taken in the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
He's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Offense.
Don't just do that.
Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Mahomes to throw on second down. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Mahomes, you don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catches. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
CD, I want to sneak in a little NFC East talk here. I don't know what to make of this division. Through 4 weeks, they are a combined 3-12-1. The Eagles would actually be the division champs right now at 1-2-1. Washington and down.
A breakaway for Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 63 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is Tony Pollard. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
They go play action with Jackson. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Play action. Now Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Sean McKeon there to make the grab. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
And And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now you see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
Zerline, the kickoff for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick.
That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
48-yard line.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On 2nd down, Elliott. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down. With that, let's look ahead to Week 5, Charles. Some of the big games coming up. As we continue into October.
Starts with a good one Thursday night. 3-1 Bucks. The 3-1 Chicago Bears at Brady versus Foles. I'm sure we'll hear plenty about that. And then Indianapolis at Cleveland. One of those teams, Charles, is going to be 4-1. What else do you have on the docket?
Yeah, well, don't forget Minnesota. They'll come up their first win. They go to Seattle, who's 4-0, and that's a Sunday nighter. And then the Chargers at New Orleans on Monday night. I think Justin Herbert having to face Tom Brady and Drew Brees in back-to-back weeks, not something you would dial up. But this kid seems up to the task. He's played well despite the fact the Chargers have struggled with their record.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Jackson. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete.
Jackson's pass.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Christian McCaffrey, 85 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly,
skyrocketed.
right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And his kick is good. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. The last 2 guys on the cover of Madden going toe-to-toe here, and a great one brewing in the 3rd. Everything we'd expect from Mahomes and Jackson, 2 of the best young stars in the game. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big run that time by Elliott, 47 yards. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. The rookie CeeDee Lamb, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude. but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll fire deep down. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
No gain on the play.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 downs.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
Lining up.
And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete a run like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
At the 23, it's second and 12. Now Mahomes. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Darian Thompson. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They start on the ground with Elliott, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Ezekiel Elliott.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze the throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Our eyes shift to the defense of the Cowboys now. And they forced 4 turnovers now in that last possession, most recently the interception.
I'd love to be in charge of their highlight video at the end of the season, though, because this game, you could cut it into one sequence, take away, take away, take away, take away, and everyone goes home happy.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First throw now for the backup Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
And the Saints.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, it's Breeze. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Defense.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And now it's second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards the pickup there. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Breeze. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
For Alvin Kamara.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Breeze again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Breeze
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
He takes us from the 30 to the 34. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. A gain there of 21 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They go play action now. Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. A give to Elliott. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the 1st down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. 2nd half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 11-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Sean McKeon, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Mahomes now on 1st down. toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jared Cook, his Pro Bowl tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that's caught by Smith. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Mahomes gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown.
Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints get a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now, it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game, they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up, loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
No, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the all-pro Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
59 mark, 59 mark, check, 59.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 14-yard line, 2nd and 11. They go play action with Jackson, sliding out of the pocket. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the two-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. 3 yards the gain there, second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them out, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's going to let it fly. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive, and they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and it'll move the chains.
And this is an example of breaking down in defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.